Good morning. I don't know what day it is anymore, but I left camp. It's around 7:30, and when I left, it was nice and sunny, and you see blue skies. And immediately, it got cloudy, and the forecast today is for rain again. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. A couple options: hostel at 11 miles, shelter at 20 miles. Right now I tweaked something on the front of my shin here coming down these mucky hills last night, and it kind of hurts a bit, so might stop short. We'll just see what happens. Maybe it'll stop hurting as it warms up on my leg. But pretty decent stay at the shelter last night, except one guy is quite the snorer, but seemed like a nice guy, and sometimes you just can't help it. But the weather was decent. Didn't really rain last night. There was a breeze, which was kind of nice. Cooled me down a bit. And yeah, not too bad. Not crowded like I expected. But the big news today, if I make it even to the first place I'm thinking, is I will be leaving North Carolina for good. So for about the last 140 miles, been straddling and crossing back and forth between North Carolina and Tennessee. But we'll leave North Carolina for good. Have about 70 miles into Tennessee, and then we'll get to Virginia, and we'll start the 550 miles that makes up Virginia. It's a quarter of the entire trail, and also it's will get me home if I make it to the end. So I think that's enough rambling for this morning, but that's my plans for the day. That's the exciting news, and I'll get back to you if anything cool happens, but probably going to be not too much videoing again today because, like I said, expecting the rain. All right, I'll get back to you. This is the Over Mountain Shelter, which was a 0.2 side trail off the main trail, which I may regret later because my shin is not loosening up. It hurts every step, but it's kind of an iconic spot, so I thought I'd come by and take a quick video. And it's closed because it could fall over at any point in time, but it used to be a double-decker shelter. And I bet if I went in there, I'd find people camping there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and definitely wanted to show it. Alright, that's it. Point two to show you this. So yeah, that was the shelter, and thought I should also show that it has a really nice view from this shelter. And I bet I'm going up there. I will show you. Well, I don't know if you can see it right there in the middle, but that's the shelter. And like I said, I'm climbing that hill. It's pretty easy to pick where you're going. You can see the mountains and you know the general direction. Just pick the highest hill you can see, and that's where the AT takes you. But there's the shelter from afar. Gone about 4 miles today, and I'm starting to think this shin injury might be a bigger deal than I suspected. There are times when it's incredibly painful to step, worse than the other times I've kind of felt hurt. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen for the first time, and I got 7 miles till the roadway, so I'm just gonna go super slow and try to make it there and evaluate when I get there. But getting me a little worried how painful some of these steps are. I definitely could not do this day after day. so I need to get off for at least a day. There's no way I'm doing 20 miles. 11's gonna be a miracle. So, but man, not good, not good, very painful. All right. I don't know if you can tell how big that hill is, but that is a big hill, probably 750 to 1,000 feet. I can see a little tiny ant person climbing it, and I know you can't see them. And I can see all the way to where the path goes at the top. But took the ibuprofen, still hurts, but it's not excruciating. And I gotta make it to the trailhead, or else, what am I gonna do? Call for rescue? I don't think so. So just gotta suck it up and make it over that hill, and then downhill to the gap and hope they have a bed at the hostel. All right. Well, that was a very long, hard climb with my foot hurting. But the view up here is amazing. The proper bald. Now it's all downhill into town, which unfortunately is where my shin hurts worse. But it's very windy up here, so I probably won't stay too long. And I can't remember if I just said it or not, but I'm updating my estimate to 1,200 feet. All right. Well, it's so nice up here, I decided to find a spot behind these big rocks, shelter from the wind. Just sit and enjoy this view, and it's a little hazy, but it's pretty darn gorgeous. I'm just gonna sit here for a few more minutes and soak it in. I'm gonna hike down that trail right there and over that hill, and hopefully into town and rest. All right. Well, with all the great news for today, there's now a thunderstorm rolling in. I'd like to get as low as possible. Already heard 3 big booms, but on the plus side, I am at least not on that exposed ridge, which I would have felt very unsafe on. So hopefully it doesn't hit too bad, but it sure seems like it's going to be a direct hit. And if I can find somewhere to hide out, I will, but that seems unlikely. All right. Oh, great. Just where I want to go during a thunderstorm. Nice big grassy field. Yay. Well, this beautiful weather is my leaving North Carolina weather. Just passed the sign, took a picture of it, but just didn't want to stand there in the middle of that field during this storm and video it. But that's 2 states down for the record, and about another 70 miles or so we'll have 3 states down. So goodbye North Carolina, hello again Tennessee. Alright, made it to station 19E, Hostel.
The station at 19E.
The station at 19E. Having a little lunch, late lunch with Starburst. And a couple guys I camped with last night rolled in, but they left. And up here, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube, is Evan's backpacking video, AT, and that was the first video I watched when I started looking into the AT. So that's pretty cool and random, but pretty nice little bar down here, and upstairs the hostel. There's this heat, camped with him last night. But gonna finish dinner, lunch, maybe eat again later, have a few more beers, and figure out what to do with the rest of the night. So one other thing I forgot to say, but I definitely need to say, is thank you very much to Rodney, who was hiking, and I happened to get to the trailhead at the same time with him. It was pouring rain, and I had no signal, and he hitched me up here. So, Rodney, thank you very much. Really helped me out because I had no idea where I was going. All right, just didn't want to forget that.